Hello students, in our interference chapter, after completing the conditions of maxima and minima, a major question, now we are completing the second major question in which we will calculate the fringe width, okay, beta, fringe width beta. So what are the fringes? So the alternate maximas and minimas in the interference pattern that are called fringes and their width is called fringe width beta. So we need a diagram to show the fringes formed on the screen. That means their distances, the calculation of width will require the diagram. So let us draw that Young's setup in which we have a source, then slit and then screen. The setup of Young's, this is the source, these are the two slits and this is the screen. Okay, this line is the screen. Now what is the center of the screen? So just in front of the source the point is called the center of the screen. Now what we have to do here, we have to show all the standard datas first of all. So in the Young's setup, the distance between the slit and the screen is called capital D and the distance between the two slits is called the small d. This distance is called small d. I will show here little closer. Distance between the two slits is called small d. So half of this distance is d by 2 and half of this distance is also d by 2. These are the standard distances. Capital D this distance and slit's distance is small d. So d by 2 from the source position. Now what we have to do here, for calculation the fringe width, we need a random fringe. That means it can be maxima also or minima also. On the screen we have to take a random fringe at point P. Okay. So suppose this point P is at, its displacement is yn from the center of the screen. Yn means the displacement of nth fringe. Yn means displacement of nth fringe. It can be first maxima or minima, it can be second maxima or minima, like that. Now let us complete the diagram. What we have to do now, we have to take one ray reaching from S1 to P and we have to take second ray reaching from slit S2 to P. So let us try. Okay, this way. Now we need to first calculate the path difference between S1P and S2P because path difference is related to conditions of maxima and minima. So what is called the path difference? We denote it by X and path difference. That means the wave starting from S1 slit, it is going to P. So S1, the wave starting from S1 is covering the less distance. Wave starting from S2 is covering the larger distance. So path difference between the two waves is what? S2P minus S1P. This is the path difference which we are going to calculate first. So to calculate this path difference, we will be needing the help of Pythagoras theorem. How it is? Let us complete. See, S2P, if I have to calculate, I have to join this triangle. Suppose this is B point. So you can see S2P square, if I write from this triangle, so this is hypotenuse square, it is base square into perpendicular square. Base square is D square and perpendicular square. So you see B to P distance, Yn is already there and this distance is D by 2. So it will become Yn plus D by 2 whole square. Okay. So this capital D square and this distance Yn plus D by 2 whole square. In the same manner we need the S1P square value also. So we are going to complete this triangle. S1P is here. You can see this is S1P. We will be completing. Let us name this point A. So S1P square. Again it is hypotenuse. So base square into this distance square. Base is D square equal to this D square and now this distance between AP. So AP you find out. So O to P it is Yn and O to A it is D by 2. So only this distance I want. AP distance. A to P distance is perpendicular. So it will become yn minus d by 2 square. Okay, we have got these two equations. Now our target is to get the minus of S2P and S1P. So we will be directly subtracting these two equations. So as we subtract, so S2P square minus S1P square will come here. From this side you can see d square and d square is getting cancelled. And from these two terms, actually we have the square boxes. So yn plus d by 2 square box minus yn minus d by 2 square box. Okay. After opening, a square plus b square plus 2ab, 2yn d by 2. In the same manner, this is a minus b whole square. So a square plus b square minus 2ab. Okay, so these are two brackets. Now you can see yn and yn square will get cancelled because negative sign is there in between. D square by 4 will also get cancelled because of this negative sign. And 2yn d by t, this is 2 cancelled, here also 2 cancelled. So yn d minus minus yn d, so it will become plus. So we will get 2yn d. Okay, that side. So we have got S2P square minus S1P square equal to 2yn d. Now we don't want square, we want only this term S2P minus S1P. So with the help of a square minus b square formula, okay, a square minus b square is what? A plus b into a minus b. This way. Okay, we have opened this square, a square minus b square, a plus b, a minus b. This is the formula. Out of that, what we want? We want a minus b, that means x. A minus b, that means x we want. So this plus term will come in upon. Okay, so it will come this way. Yn d upon S2P minus S1P. Okay, now here we need one approximation. The approximation is this, that if the screen is very far from S1, S2, so this oblique distance or this perpendicular distance is approximately same. Okay, so S2P or S1P distance, like if I take this oblique distance S1P or S2P distance, it is approximately equal to D if the screen is very far. So this S1P or this S2P, they are approximately equal to D distance if the screen is very far. So here we will take S2P also equal to D, S1P also equal to D. So S2P को capital D लेना है, S1P also capital D. D plus D will become 2D. So this upper 2 will get cancelled with this denominator 2. So finally, the relation between x and yn has been established. Now we are proceeding to the further calculation. How we will calculate fringe width? So note down all this. So path difference x was obtained as yn small d upon capital D. So this way yn means displacement of any nth fringe on the screen will become what? X capital D upon small d. Now why we have arranged it in this formula? Because path differences we already know for maxima and minima. So अगर हमें displacement बनाना है किसी भी bright fringe का, that means maxima का displacement formula, तो x यानी path difference put करना पड़ेगा. Now we already know that the path difference for maxima is n lambda. Okay, so x equal to n lambda we have substituted here, and in the same manner, if we want the path difference, if we want the displacement of any dark fringe, that means minima, so we need to put here the x, that means path difference for minima, that is 2n minus 1 lambda by 2. Okay, 2n minus 1 lambda by 2, this is the path difference value for minima, and n lambda is the path difference value for maxima. So we have only substituted here x values. We can write in bracket x equal to n lambda is substituted. Here x equal to 2n minus 1 lambda by 2 is substituted. Okay, now just to differentiate the two terms, displacements, this is also yn formula, this is also yn formula. So just put a dash for the minima cases. Okay, this way we can make a difference. Okay, so yn formula for maxima is n lambda d by d, and yn dash formula for minima is 2n minus 1 lambda d by 2d. Here carefully remember that the starting value of n is 1. This we have already decided in conditions. Starting value of n is 1. Okay, so yn n lambda d by d for maxima and for minima. Here starting value of n should be 1. Okay, now here it can be proved that if the question comes, prove that the central fringe is bright or maxima. Okay, central fringe is bright or maxima. So it can be proved this way, that if I put n equal to 0 here, then y comes 0. Y 0 means we are at the center of the screen. Okay, so suppose I draw a small diagram here, that this is the screens and this is the center point O on the screen. So yn means distance of any fringe from the center of the screen. So what is coming here? If n0 substituted, then yn equal to 0 coming. So yes, that means we are at the center of the screen. So at the center of the screen, we are getting maxima. Now, if I put n equal to 0 or 1 here, then I will not get y0 in this case. So for minima, that condition is not satisfied of central. Y0 condition is not satisfied for minima. Y0 condition is y equal to 0 is obtained for only maxima. So since y equal to 0 is obtained for maxima, that's why the central fringe is bright fringe. Okay, that's why the central fringe is bright fringe. Okay, after that now we have to take formulas for first bright or first dark, second bright or second dark. So let us start how to make the formulas. So it's this way, y0 is assigned for the central. If I draw n equal to 0 or y equal to 0 is assigned for the central. Now on this screen, where will be first bright obtained on this, at what distance first bright will be obtained, first dark will be obtained, how to get it? So what we have to do here for that, first bright, that means put n equal to 1. So the displacement of first bright, put n equal to 1. So it will come lambda d by d. So this is the displacement of first bright. In the same manner, if we need second bright formula, second bright displacement formula, so we have to put here 2. Okay, in the same manner, if I want from this side, the formula for the first dark. So for first dark, I have to put n equal to 1 only, because starting value of n is 1. So it will become 1 lambda d by 2d. So I am calling it y1 dash. If I need the formula for the second dark, second minima, so y2 dash, I have to put here n equal to 2. So 2 2s are 4 minus 1 3 lambda d by 2d. So students, these formulas are very important from the numerical point of view. There it can happen that displacement of the second dark is 3 centimeter, 2 centimeter, some value is given. So you need to know the formula of second dark displacement. Okay, so this way the displacements are prepared. Now how to come to the fringe width? Let us come to the fringe width in the next sheet. Note down this calculation. Okay. Now the table is still continuing. These formulas are already written. Maxima formula, displacement is n lambda d by d. Minima formula is yn dash 2n minus 1 lambda d by 2d. Now how to come to the width calculation? So if we have to calculate width of any maxima, that means beta, or width of any minima, that means beta dash. So what is the idea? We have to subtract the consecutive displacements. Okay, let us start. Suppose this is the center of the screen and these are the maximas formed. So suppose if we have to find the width of any minima. Minimum is the one which is formed in between two maximas. So actually what we have to do, अगर मिनिमा की विड्थ चाहिए तो दो मैक्सिमास के डिस्प्लेसमेंट्स को माइनस करना है. ओके, हाउ इट इज, जैसे कि इस मैक्सिमा का डिस्प्लेसमेंट है y1 और इस मैक्सिमा का डिस्प्लेसमेंट है y2. ओके, दिस डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज y1 एंड दिस डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज y2. एक मैक्सिमा का डिस्प्लेसमेंट y1, दूसरे मैक्सिमा का डिस्प्लेसमेंट है y2. अगर हम इन दोनों को माइनस कर देंगे तो विड्थ ऑफ मिनिमा आ जाएगी. ओके, विड्थ ऑफ मिनिमा. So the idea is, if width of maxima we require, so we have to subtract two consecutive minima's displacements. Okay, so this will be written this way: two consecutive minima displacements are to be subtracted. So if I want the beta, that means width of maxima, I have to take the two minima displacement. So I am taking yn dash minus yn minus 1 dash. Okay, two consecutive minima I want, consecutive minima. तो अगर एक n थे, एक n minus 1 ले सकते हैं. So यहाँ अगर बीटा चाहिए तो yn dash and yn minus 1 dash होगा. So I am putting now the value from this formula. For beta I will require this formula. For this beta I will require this y formula. So yn dash 2n minus 1 lambda d by 2d, and here n की जगह n रखा, फिर n की जगह n minus 1 रखना है. Okay, let us solve it. Lambda d by 2d is common in both. Here it is left 2n minus 1. See, lambda d by 2d is taken common, 2n minus 1 minus. Okay, here also lambda d by 2d is taken common. Now minus sign, 2n minus 2 minus bracket. So 2n minus 1 is here, from here minus sign, then this bracket 2n minus 2 minus 1. Now if I subtract the two, 2n and 2n cancelling, minus 1 and minus 1 are cancelling because minus sign is there. Only minus 2 is left, minus 2 minus is plus 2. So 2 lambda d by 2d will come, that means lambda d by d will be the formula of this maxima. Okay, so we have got the first answer. Beta of maxima we have got. Now come to beta of minima calculation. So if I need to calculate the width of minima, I have to subtract displacements of two maxima, consecutive maxima. So I will take the formula from here. So one maxima is yn and second maxima is yn minus 1. So once I have to put in place of n only, and secondly I have to put in place of n minus 1 in this formula. Then let us solve it. So lambda d by d is common, n is left from here, and here minus n minus 1. So you can see n and n cancelling, n minus minus plus 1. So lambda d by d we have obtained. So this way widths of maximas and minimas are coming same. So beta and beta dash are same. Now we are going to calculate in the next sheet beta of central maxima. Note down. After the calculation of betas of maxima and minima, you can close the table. Now these are common calculations. Okay, so width of central maxima. As we have proved that at the center maxima is formed. So like if we see the diagram, if this is our center of the screen, we know that maximas and minimas are alternatively formed. So here the maxima is formed. Then again maxima, and in between any two maximas, minimas are there. Okay, this way the pattern is. Okay, so these all darker ones are maximas. Now you can see that if we talk about the central maxima, it is half above the screen, means above the center, and half below the center. Okay, so where the first, if I make it enlarged, okay, now wherever this central maxima is ending, there the first minima is starting. Okay, first minima y1 dash or first dark is starting. So if I want this whole width of central maxima beta 0, so I have to do just double of first dark spacing. First dark spacing or the displacement is y1 dash. So if I just double it, then I will get the whole width of central maxima, because wherever this central maxima is ending, there the first dark or minima is starting. Okay, that way. So I need to just put here the displacement of first dark. So because the minima formula is this, first dark means n equal to 1 I have to put. So 2 ones are 2, minus 1 1. So 1 lambda d by 2d. This is the formula which we have already prepared. So finally you can see again this 2 is getting cancelled. So we are getting the same formula which we have already obtained for secondary maximas and minimas. So here we have proved that all the widths in the interference patterns are equal, or all the fringes are of equal width. So all the fringes are of equal width. If this question is asked, you have to do it from starting the diagram of S1P, S2P like that. You have to start from the diagram and you have to come till this conclusion. Now students, other than the simple width beta, we have one more kind of width, that is angular width. Okay, so I am writing the angular width portion here. Angular width theta is defined by any beta upon d. Okay, any beta upon d. That means if we want the angular width of maxima, so here beta will come. If we want the angular width of minima, so beta dash will come in the numerator. If we want the angular width of central maxima, then beta 0 will come. So overall the ratio of fringe width and capital D, this ratio is called angular width. So if it is asked, prove that all the angular widths are same. So come till this step and after that do this extra step. So how to do the angular width equal proof? Beta by d. Now we know that all the betas are same. So all the beta formulas are lambda d by lambda capital D by small d. So lambda capital D by small d will put here beta, and capital D is already in the denominator. So this capital D will get cancelled. That means the theta formula is only lambda by small d. Okay, it does not depend upon capital D, remember. And since all the betas are same, so all the thetas are also same. Thetas means angular width of maxima, angular width of minima and angular width of central. So all the fringes angular width are also same. Okay, and dependence part also you write down. The dependence of beta and theta here. See, beta formulas. Beta depends upon lambda proportional, beta depends upon capital D proportional, and beta is inversely proportional to small d. Okay, and now let us write about theta. Okay, theta means angular width formula is lambda by small d only. Okay, so theta is proportional to lambda, theta is proportional to 1 by d. Okay, small d. But does it depend upon capital D? So no. Theta does not depend on capital D. Okay, so these and these points also you remember about the dependence for conceptual questions. Now let us draw the interference pattern diagram. Now there is one diagram related to interference pattern. So the diagram is this way, that on the screen, okay, on the screen we have to draw the, with respect to displacements, we have to draw the intensity scale. Intensity means for maxima intensity is maximum and for minima intensity is minimum. So like at the center we know that maxima is formed. So we have to show maximum intensity at the center and all maxima's intensity also maximum, and widths we have to take care about this point that all the widths of maximas and minima should be equal. So suppose I mark here this way. So intensity means at the center of the screen we know maxima is formed. Maxima means intensity should be maximum this way. Okay, after that now we will get another maxima, means first maxima, second maxima, third maxima, here also, and in between any two maximas minima is there. So intensity goes 0 then again it increases, and the width also should be same, this way. Okay, so this one is our central maxima. We can name it. And its width, what do we call its width? Its width we call beta 0. It is equal to lambda d by d. This is first maxima, this is second maxima, this is central, this is first maxima, this is second maxima. And in between all these peaks, that means maximum intensity, these are the points of minima. Okay, first minima, minima here, this is second minima. So first minima, second minima, third minima, and this side also first minima, second minima, third minima. So this is our interference pattern. This pattern, let us move to next sheet. Now after understanding the interference phenomena completely, now we have said in the starting or in the intro that interference is the phenomena of energy redistribution. That means total energy remains conserved. Okay, so how we can prove it mathematically? Suppose a question is asked, so we will write it this way. We will prove here that energy before interference and energy after interference remains conserved, same. So how to prove it? We know that here we have taken two waves. Our first wave was y1 equal to a1 sine omega t. A1 was amplitude. And second wave was y2 equal to a2 sine omega t plus phi. So a1 and a2 will decide the intensities. Okay, how? This way. Intensity of first wave we have to write k a1 square. Intensity of second wave we have to write k a2 square. It is proportional to amplitude square. So till the time interference has not taken place. So what is the total intensity before interference? So total I1 plus I2, both the waves are present, k a1 square plus k a2 square. Now what will be the intensity after interference? So we know that after interference, maximas and minimas are formed. After interference, maximas and minimas are formed. Okay, maximas and minimas will be formed on the screen. So we know that A max, that means amplitude of maxima, A1 plus A2, amplitude of minima, it will be A1 minus A2. So from amplitudes we will make intensity formulas. So intensity of maxima, it will be what? K into A max square. So K into A1 plus A2 square. And intensity of minima, K into A1 minus A2 square. So we have got so many maximas and minimas on the screen. So if we have to get the final intensity, so we have to get the average of the two. So I maxima plus I minima by 2, we have to take the intensity. I maxima value substituted from here, I minima value substituted from here, divide by 2. Now these are square boxes, so k by 2, if it is taken common, whole square of first and whole square of second is opened. Now minus term will be, plus minus terms will get cancelled. A1 square plus A2 square, A1 plus A2 square is twice. That twice will get cancelled with this 2. So finally we are left with K A1 square plus A2 square. So you can see intensity before interference and intensity after interference is same. So this way we will do the proof. Okay.